Well, where to begin? That hit a lot harder than what I anticipated, and a hell of a lot harder than our other two cats that have passed. But we think that's because our first two cats we had from kittens, and they basically just died of old age. One was 17 and one was 18. Panda had only just turned 10. So yeah, that's what we still have our moments. Well, the missus more than me, but I've been popping down here for a half hour or so. But yeah, that really hit hard. But what are the little bits that I've been doing? Oh, the second package from the Chinese supermarket arrived, so now I've got 2 LED lights, loads of these filler bottles, and all the other stuff basically that was duplicated that I got a refund for. I also bought some other things, like just some cheap flat brushes. I think I got 20 for 87 pence. Yeah, and I've just been a bit of retail therapy to sort of help me through. Nothing like spending money. So I bought a paint shaker, seeing as I've got a lot of airbrushing to do now, and I also bought another airbrush that hasn't arrived yet, but I 3D printed a stand for it. It's something I've never used before. It's like a pistol grip, not a mega expensive one, about 50 quid I think, so it's not like your 100 and 200 ones, but buying that and the airbrush has sort of skint me, so I've got to wait until the 15th before I get me 100 quid pocket money, because there is still a few more things that I want to get. What I've been doing. Right, let's give you an update on when we last left off. This video is probably going to be a lot of waffle, by the way, because there's quite a bit to catch up on. But where we finished off with the stained glass thing, I think it was, which I'm definitely never going to do again. Not that small anyway, far too intricate for me. But let's see. Alexa, shed light off. That is the effect I was sort of looking for, but it needs to be bigger. I didn't realise the turntable was that big. Oh, and talking about turntables, this is the white one that I ordered second. I ordered a black one from eBay first, and that was allegedly delivered by Yodel, which it wasn't delivered. Looked at the delivery photograph and it's a completely different house. They say they put it in the porch. Yeah, there's a picture of a package in a porch. Don't know what porch it is, but it ain't ours. and I ain't heard nothing back from the seller so far. And you cannot talk, it's the same as every, you cannot talk to a person at Yodel. It tells you to go through the web chat, but you can't click on it to get on the web chat. When you go through their phone menus, it says the parcel's delivered. Do you want to track something else? No, I want to talk to someone to tell them what's happened. So when it come for courier review, I've just slated them in that and put all the detail in that. But yeah, that's the stained glass, sort of the effect I was looking for, but I think it would look better if it wasn't so small and the patterns weren't so intricate. Anyway, let's put that back up there so the lights should come on. What else have I discovered and what else have I been doing? Oh, let's turn that off. As with the rust thing, I got sidetracked and started looking at lava. I thought, oh, that looks quite good. So I bought this Citadel Technical paint, Molten Earth. Not cheap, and there's got to be a better way to do it, because that is like nearly a £5 for a small little bottle like that. That's the sort of results you get. It's basically a crackle paint. It's like that. I also found something else in the range which I thought looked quite interesting. Black lava texture gel, and you get a ton of that for a tenner. That dries like that, which I think is quite good, so I'm going to play around with that. Then I started 3D printing some stuff that I could find online. Lava texture tiles, but these are more for gaming. As you can see, all the squares on them like that. So I thought, well, let's try, and that's just another base, and I thought, well, let's try doing my own. So that was what I tried first of all. Then I've done that one, and the latest one, just with me mucking about, is that one. So all these need base coating, and I also got a little model to sort of sit on it like that. Why? I don't know. I'm not into tabletop gaming, but my mate is, so I printed him a 3D holder for when you're painting models. What else? Oh, that was the Molten Earth over the lava gel. What else have we got? That is the rust, the Panda rust effect set with the powder mixed in with the lava. That's it on metal. and that's it on wood. You didn't think I was going to forget about rust, did you? And I've also printed, which, well, so these are old 3D models of a T800 that need base coating, and I have got loads of other old, there's a couple there, let's go and have a look, and you can see I've got loads of other 3D models that I've printed in the past, all T800s, Thanos, Joker, Batman at the back, Superman, Einstein, Spider-Man, Darth Vader. So all these have yet to be painted. Several Yodas, another airbrush holder. These are all old models. Some big T800s and a small, and as was pointed out by Diane from Wendy Studios, I think, and thank you very much for the subscription. Fred had been lying to me. He's now Sally, so got nothing against transgender, but you should have told me, Fred. You should have told me. What else has been going on? Nothing. I've got to clear. I really have got to clear up before I start the arcade project, but I can't afford the wood for the arcade project yet. So as I said, you'd have to wait till the 15th. Next thing on the list, because Panda come home in a little cask, which we put her up on the windowsill where she used to lay, but she can't see out. So I'm going to laser cut her and paint a stand so we can put her on top of that so she can see out the window. And that is what I endeavour to do today or this afternoon, because I want to wait until the new airbrush arrives before I start spraying all of the stuff I've got to spray, which is a lot. Oh, and also I found in my collection of stuff I got off of Vine tattoo ink. Now I don't know what you can do with that. I believe you can spray it, but I'll try some things with it, see whether it's any good. And the only other thing, I bought a can down here at a primer that I bought off of Amazon weeks ago, quite a few weeks ago. I think this was about 16 quid for 3 cans, but it's supposed to be a primer filler. For professional use only. Well, that's me fucked. But I want to try that on the arcade machine, and maybe a few other things to see what that's like. And that's about it for now. Currently up to date. I'm not in front on my videos, so I might miss one or two, because yeah. Oh, and I haven't told you, just delve into our life as it is. not looking for sympathy or anything, but I just let you know what our lives are like. After, it's like I said before, that my aunt fell because she'd taken too many of the anxiety tablets or whatever. Well, on the Tuesday of last week, 8:10 in the morning, we get a phone call. She's fallen over again. So we go down there, pick her up, put her on a chair for 10 minutes. She gets up and she's walking with her rollator, fine. So that's that. Thursday, 8:10 in the morning, Lifeline calls us. Your aunt's fallen. So we go down there again. This time it seems she had fallen 11 o'clock the night before. She was in the toilet with the toilet frame on top of her and she'd been there all night because she couldn't find the call button, even though it was on her arm, and she only called us in the morning. So we've managed to get her out of the toilet and we've sat her down. She can't stand up. She can't stand up at all. So we call an ambulance. The ambulance arrives quite quickly. 3 ladies and that, who proceed to be there for about the next 2.5 hours, trying to get her to walk. It eventually takes 3 of them 45 minutes to walk her about 30 foot from the toilet to her living room. They were adamant they're not taking her in hospital. So me and the missus are thinking, well, what are we going to do? It's like she can't be left by herself. What happens if she wants to go to the toilet and falls again? She can hardly walk. But no, they were not taking her to hospital. So we're sort of thinking, oh, bloody hell. Anyway, we went to pick Panda's ashes up on the Friday. About 9:30 Friday night, we get a phone call from the aunt. She's just had a call from a doctor. They want to take her in hospital. So we went, eh? Now the doctor said that he'd be calling back. So the missus went down there so she could speak to him. And it seems he's an on-call doctor or something that's been going through the results of the tests. Now, I don't know whether it is a district nurse blood test that come in, or whether it was from the ambulance the day before. But they said she's got to come into hospital. Her sodium is very low. She has got to come in. So we moved all the furniture out of the way so the next ambulance crew could get in. And I've come home and the missus has stayed down there, and the ambulance turned up, I don't know, about 1 o'clock in the morning. and that's where she is at the moment, in hospital. So that's the sort of fun and games, and why that bloody ambulance crew didn't take her to hospital in the first place and were around there for 2.5 hours just to move her and expect us to deal with it once they gone. And we said, look, what happens if she falls again? Answer, call 999. Brilliant. Anyway, let's get on with some constructive stuff. I told you there'd be a lot of waffle in this video, and there is, but that's just getting you up to date. So I won't throw no more rants about YouTube and AI in, or my feed, which is getting totally bloody ridiculous. Women dusting, women trying on tights, yoga. What the hell do they think? I'm hitting that do not recommend this channel button more than I ever have done in my life. Anyway, let's get on with something constructive. Well, it's excuse me, time to call it a day. I think it's about 20 to 4, 25 to 4, and I've got to pack up and shut everything down, like the computer. That's the box that I've cut with the little railings around the top. They are obviously still loose, but I've got a feeling I might just be a couple of millimetre out, but I'm going to make it anyway. So that I tested some of that ink. That seems to come out all right. And I tried my first image engraving on wood. Who's that handsome fella? That was just a photograph that I converted to a line drawing and that. And if anyone wants to buy these, no, anyway, that's it for today. And sorry there was so much waffling in this, but I thought I'd bring you up to speed of what's been happening. And I'll catch you in the next one.